Just 55 days left for all political parties to conduct their primaries. That is, conduct of party primaries ends on the 3rd of June 2022, and INEC says no party primaries, no election for that party. Not just the conduct of the primaries, but must be done in line with the new Electoral Act with all amount of political decency. But so far, no party has issued any official statement on the dates of the conduct of party primaries. Silence always gives room for speculations. So at this point, many speculate that the delay by political parties to either sell the form or come up with a date for the primaries is as a result of the lingering zoning palaver. For the Igbo extraction, for instance, any political party that fails to zone the presidency to the southeast will be committing a political suicide. Quite a strong statement. But one party that the people of the southeast are quite confident that will zone the presidency to them is the All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA, and someone, a professor and former chief judge from the region, that is from the southeast, Professor Peter Umeide, already showing interest. From the APC platform, Dallas Chima from the southeast also gunning for the party's presidential ticket. Who the cap fits to take over from President Muhammadu Buhari in 2023 is a big question. I am Mie Ogidi, wishing our Muslim brothers and sisters the best as they witness the first Friday of the Ramadan fast. The United Nations Election Needs Assessment Mission has visited the leadership of the People's Democratic Party, that is PDP, as activities for the 2023 general elections get heightened. Timothy Yusuf reports on these and other political activities recently.
On behalf of the people,
the visit of the United Nations Election Needs Assessment Mission on the leadership of the PDP is to seek areas of mutual cooperation to ensure hitch-free 2023 general elections.
We are here to assess the needs of the INEC, but also of the key stakeholders that play a role in elections.
we think this will go a long way.
And still on the 2023 general elections, chairman of the PDP Governors Forum and governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, has further taken his consultative approach to the party's board of trustees.
My record on the House of Representatives shows clearly that I have this understanding of complexities of this country.
Meanwhile, the PDP former chairman's forum at a media briefing in Abuja is urging governors on the party's platform to desist from verbal attacks on perceived political enemies, especially those that are not in any way seeking political offices.
Mr. Mepele has not declared to run for the office of the president. So we do not understand the vexation of our governors.
And away from the PDP, the African Democratic Congress has unveiled what it calls ADC New Tribe ahead of the 2023 general elections. It comprises young individuals coming together to promote and usher in leaders with stable character and capacity into the lower legislative arm of government. The party intends to raise 10 billion naira for the 300 targeted seats and screened selected youth for their campaign and electioneering processes.
For this election cycle, our project, the 300 Spartans, is going to ensure that we shortlist, screen, select and sponsor 300 youths within the ages of 25 to 40 years.
As I earlier told you, the people from the southeast are already showing interest in some of the seats, in some political parties. In this case, we are focusing one of the aspirants under the platform of the APGA. He is Professor Peter Inenna Umaidi. He is a former chief judge of Anambra State and also a scholar. Welcome to Political Update.
Thank you very much.
You are aspiring to be the president of Nigeria under the platform of APGA. What really informed your decision?
Yes, to lend my own efforts into building up our country, and a lot has happened it's difficult to run any entity, talk less about a country as important and as big in terms of size and its complexities as Nigeria. So, you know, if one is approaching such a project, you must come with trepidation and fear. But then somebody has to do the job. So the way we are now, my thinking is that I have the capacity to help reposition the country.
Oh, but you know, your party is only in charge of Anambra State for now. I mean the spread. So are you sure you were going to have that national outlook in 2023?
Yes, I have something which I have put up as my mission statement coming into politics. I can share it with you. It's let us respect the ballots. Let us canvass free and fair elections. Let only valid votes count. And I say that validity of votes permeates the vote in itself, that's the capacity to vote, down to the announcement of the correct results. So with this in mind all the time, if this is done and we have a free and fair election, then it is the result of the election that will say who has won and who has the greater acceptance of the country.
Okay. From your background, you are a former chief judge of Anambra State, and probably that is your primary constituency, for instance. If, for instance, you are elected into power as the president. So what areas do you think need to be corrected in the present-day judiciary that you will be giving attention to?
Thank you. What I think is that constituency, the judiciary, happened to be a cardinal one in that it comes with its issues that I will espouse as the rule of law. It comes with due process, and also it comes with the question of separation of powers. Because separation of powers, because elsewhere, what you have are co-equal arms of government. So that is it. Coming with this tripod, if they are respected, then we could have security for life and property, we could have a revitalized economy, and we could have prosperity. And then what I will bring there is that I have been a champion for financial autonomy.
For the judiciary?
For the other arms of government, yeah, which I described as co-equal arms of government.
But you are from the southeast, and presently we are getting agitations from the southeast to produce the next president. Is your coming also part of that agitation, or just on personal basis?
No, I have also said that I am as qualified as any other aspirant to work as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, be it from ABGA or any other political party.
Okay, but for instance, if you are elected into power, the issue of IPOP and other security-related challenges are quite disturbing. How would you going to address this?
Yes, it's the same thing as other problems like Boko Haram, like banditry, and then that's where you bring in this issue of the rule of law, where we say, not minding whose ox is God. You know, that if you have a problem, you set out to solve it, and you get to the hilt to solve it. You don't get half-hearted about it. so that all the problems in Nigeria, especially security problems, are being treated with kid gloves.
Okay, so let's also know from you, is your party ready to give you the slot, or you are also intending to battle it out with other candidates?
No, yes, don't forget, I'm a Democrat, and you will agree with me that that tag fits me well from where I'm coming from. No, you don't make any assumptions. I'm an aspirant, and like I said, as good as any other aspirant. So I have purchased my nomination forms. I'm in the process of getting them ready and returning them to the party. And of course, everything depends on what the party does eventually. So, but I'm hopeful that I should get the ticket.
You know, Nigeria is a plural society, both ethnicity and religion as well. How are you going to address the issue of ethnicity and that of religion so that we're going to have this peaceful coexistence?
Yeah, it's a delicate question, and it has to be approached carefully. And I think what we must appreciate is the need to respect each other, respect each other's values, each other's culture. And if I will throw in this one, we must also bring back the study of history to our system. If you know, the first time I learned that history was jettisoned from the school, I couldn't believe it. I mean, if I become president, it's one of the first things that I'll ask the legislature to bring back, because with history, it's tied with arts, it's tied with culture. And then there goes the basis of that religion. We must respect each other, and then we must learn to live together.
Okay, but presently, the party, the INEC has given deadline for the conduct of primaries. Has the party fixed a date for the primaries?
Yes, for the presidential primaries, they fixed June 1.
And you are well prepared?
Oh, there you go again. I'm doing my best.
Are you not afraid of money politics?
Oh, yes. It's scary, and but in all over the world, it's an expensive business to get in and out of politics. And you see, I've been in the judiciary. If you look at, for instance, the corpus of the law on election tribunals, they didn't start here.
Yes.
They've been all over the world. People, vote buying, for instance, is a feature of American politics. They set a stall somewhere, and if you vote and they ascertain you vote for them, you go and get a burger and a Coke, and sometimes some few dollars to go with it. So vote buying, the amount you spend, what you do in the whole system. What is scary here is that there is no modicum of control. Nobody can even say how much a candidate has spent as against what the law says. The law gives you about 5 billion to spend in a presidential election. Of course, that's scary from day one.
Honestly,
you begin to understand
it is.
how
so
it is.
On final note, let's hear from you. Being a lawyer, are you comfortable the present Electoral Act that was just signed into by the president?
Yes, I read it. I think it was done in good faith. And
that probably we're going to work in your favor in 2023.
Yeah, if it's followed, and if those machines are followed, and if they cancel the votes that are not valid, only I'm not happy with some areas where the penalty for not doing certain things are less. But you see, this is a mix of the law.
Having a guest like you, Professor, and the former Chief Judge of Anambra State is quite a pleasure. We hope to have you some other time.
I hope so, Mayor. Thank you.
It's my pleasure, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, to other news, President Muhammadu Buhari is tasking the newly elected chairman of the governing APC to remain fair and firm in the discharge of his mandate, assuring Nigerians that this administration will sustain efforts at entrenching democratic principles in politics and governance. This was while granting audience to the new chairman of the party, Senator Abdullahi Adamu.
And we thought the leadership that Mr. President provided the party has made all this possible. So I came with my predecessor to come and inform him that we have fully handed over. I'm in charge of this party, and by the grace of God, we will be honest. We will take the trust that is thrust on us with every seriousness, every sense of patriotism.
A youth group of the All Progressives Party Congress, APC, from Taraba State are demanding for more transparency in the affairs of the party in its Taraba State chapter in order to increase the party's electoral fortune in the state. The group paid a solidarity visit to the Buhari House, the national secretariat of the party.
They've not replied us back. We have given them we have sent them the message, but they could not be reply to us. Yet that was the reason why we came to protest over what is going on in Taraba, most especially southern Taraba State. And don't forget, take note of that. This series of issues has been there in this office so many times in that office, that Osuji office. Almost about over 100 cases.
Over 200 cases.
Yes, it's going on.
And it's affecting the party.
It's affecting the party. And we don't have peace over there. There's no peace in southern Taraba State. There's no peace in Taraba State, entirely at large.
With the effort and energy that we put on APC in Taraba, and the way things is going, we're taking over Taraba 2023. But what is happening presently now, I'm not thinking that we're going to take over.
Movements like this are quite inevitable as we count down to the 2023 elections. The All Progressives Congress, APC, has approved 3 free nomination and expression of interest forms for women who want to run for elective positions on the party's platform. It is one of the major decisions taken by the newly elected National Chairman, National Working Committee of the party. Let's hear from Salu Guanara.
Because it is only when women...
The All Progressives Congress woman leader, Betta Edu, explained that the development is a wake-up call and morale booster as part of the legacy program of the party to encourage women's participation in politics.
Now you have been given the highest platform with the greatest chance of emerging as a winner of an election, because you will be running on the ticket of a ruling party, and not just a ruling party, a party that has performed, a party that is gender sensitive, a party that has provided welfare for Nigerians. This, of course, is the first step in ensuring that we have more women in both elective and appointive position, because it is only when women take part in active politics that they take their rightful place in governance.
In another development, Ikechukwu Dallas Chima is aspiring to run for the office of the president come 2023 on the platform of APC.
Within 730 days, 285 million jobs in 3 months, automatic employment for all our graduates who complete the National Youth Service Corps.
Youth and women participation in governance, he said, will be a priority if given the party's flag.
Good one from him there. Automatic employment for all graduates. That is maybe his own way of addressing unemployment. And the man that just made that promise is here with me in the studio. Welcome to Police Club Update.
Good evening.
How possible is that?
It's very possible. One thing we lack in this country since independence, 1960, is creative intelligence. We've not had a leader who has led Nigeria with creative intelligence. And that is what I bring to the fore, to bring in creative intelligence to transform the entire sector of Nigeria in developments, in the areas of development, areas of security challenges. First of all, let me talk about the area of unemployment. We're going to create 240 million jobs in agriculture. Another area we're going to look at is science and technology. We're going to create 45 million jobs through our initiative, Tech Duplication and Innovation Centers. They're going to create across the country. These are areas we're going to look at, because one thing that is causing the insecurity in this country is unemployment. Take an instance, the youth restiveness in the southeast. Most of these youths in the southeast, if they were properly engaged in gainful employment, they won't be involved in what they're doing now in the southeast. In the bandits that attacked the trains in Kaduna, if those youths were gainfully employed, they won't be engaging in such vices. So we are bringing onto the fore creative intelligence to transform the entire sector of Nigeria. Because if the leaders who had ruled this country had creative intelligence as an attribute in their leadership qualities, the country will not be where we are today. This country, Nigeria, would have been a country whereby we have economic authority and dominance globally.
That is quite promising. 240 million jobs. That is, we even have 20 million in excess, because the population is 40 million in excess, because the population is 200 million. That is quite encouraging. But how will you achieve this? Because the promises can be easily made, but how to achieve those promises? Because I don't know whether you have been in the nation's treasury, you have an idea to the nation's treasury presently, because all these your policies need to be funded. And bear in mind, Nigeria is not free from foreign and local debts. So how will you achieve this?
Now, take an instance now. We're going to achieve 240 million jobs from agriculture. There's a project which we've codenamed PF project. Through agriculture, we're going to create this project all over the country. It's going to create 240 million jobs. Once there's the cultivation, the processing, and the market is going to be done all together. These are ideas that can be actualized if creative intelligence is put into play. This is what we're going to do within 3 months. We're going to create 285 million jobs within 3 months. If we don't achieve that, I will tender my resignation as the president of Nigeria, and I assure Nigerians that.
Have you bought the form?
The form is there to be sold. You have to put on sale the APC.
Are you concerned about money politics?
Money politics is what has been in the force since time immemorial, but we are not going to look at that. One thing I can assure you that I'm seeing May 29, 2023, when I'm going to be sworn in as the president of Nigeria, come May 29th.
I'll be looking towards that day, probably to be a peer as well.
Thank you very much.
Because you are talking like a pastor, and I'm also confused. But you are of age. I think, no imagination, you are above 40, I guess. Now you want to provide 240 million jobs. In your 40 years and above, which empowerment have you made? Maybe at your local state level or the local government level?
Yes.
Have you created any job?
As a matter of fact, I'm the founder of Foodwork Africa Limited, Schools Emergency Limited, Airtrack Emergency Limited, and Railways Emergency Limited. These are all firms we set up, and we've been creating jobs for Nigerians.
So what is the strength of your payroll? The
strength of my payroll is, as a matter of fact, some of our companies are into consultancy work, so we do more of, we consult for public enterprises, government organizations, and private enterprises, and the impact we've made in the society since our inception of these companies has been so astronomical. So, as a matter of fact, our payroll is above 10 to 20 million naira.
Oh, I'm afraid we don't have much time, but finally, from the Southeast, from the name, I think.
That's right.
How would you address the issue of IPOB, if, for instance, you are sworn in as the president next year?
Now, the issue of IPOB is something that it takes creative intelligence to solve. IPOB are human beings. They communicate, they reason. Now, if we bring them to the table and reason with them, I think there will be a solution to the issue of IPOB when I come on board as the president of Nigeria.
What actionable measure will you take in 30 seconds? How will you?
Now, the measure I will take in 30 seconds is this. First and foremost, I said I will end insecurity in this country within 3 days. That 3 days, I'm going to give amnesty to every armed group to lay down their arms. And after that, we get to action. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my president in the waiting.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Welcome.
That is much we can take on today's edition on Political Update. My name is Mie Ogidi. Hoping to see you again on Tuesday. But for now, have a very productive weekend.